वक्रतुंड महाकाया सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। तस्मै नमः परम कारण कारणाय दीप्तोज्ज्वलज्वलित पिंगललोचनाय नागेन्द्रहार कृतकुंडलभूषणाय ब्रह्मेन्द्र विष्णुवरदाय नमः शिवाय। ओम श्री राम राम रघुनंदन राम राम श्री राम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्री राम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्री राम राम शरणं भव राम राम। वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचानुर्मर्दनं देवकी परमानंदं कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुं। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोले जगदंबिका माता की जय। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी नमो नमो अम्बे दुख हरणी निरंकार है रूप तुम्हारी तीनों लोक फैली उजियारी शशि ललाट मुख महाविशाला नेत्र लाल भृकुति विकराला रूप मातु को अधिक सुहावे दर्श करत जन अति सुख पावे। जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ जय अम्बे जगदम्बे। तुम संसार शक्ति लेकीना पालन हेतु अनधन दीना अन्नपूर्ण हुई जगपाला तुम ही आदि सुंदरी बाला प्रलय काल सब नाशन हारे तुम गौरी शिव शंकर प्यारी शिव योगी तुम्हारे गुण गावे ब्रह्मा विष्णु तुम्हें नित ध्यावे। जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ जय अम्बे जगदम्बे। रूप सरस्वती को तुम धारा दे सुबुद्धि ऋषि मुनि न उबारा धरयु रूप नरसिंह को अम्बा प्रगट भई फार धर कंबा रक्षा करी प्रहलाद बचायो हिरण्याक्ष को स्वर्ग बतायो लक्ष्मी रूप धरो जग माही श्री नारायण अंग समाई। जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ जय अम्बे जगदम्बे। क्षीर सिंधु में कव्रत विलासा दया सिंधु दीजे मन आसा हिंगलाज में तुम ही भवानी, महिमा अमित न जात बखानी। मातंगी अरुधुमावती माता, भुवनेश्वरी बगला सुखदाता। श्री भैरव तारा जगतारिणी, छिन्न भाल भव दुख निवारिणी। जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे। के हरि वाहन सोह भवानी, लांगुर वील चलत अगवानी। कर में खप्पर खरग बिराजे, जाको देख काल दरबाजे। सो है अस्त्र और त्रिशूला, जाटे उतत शत्रु ही शूला। नगर कोत में तुम ही विराजत, तीनों लोक में डंका बाजत। जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे। शुंभ निशुंभ दानो तुम मारे, रक्त बीज शंकर संहारे। महिषासुर नृप अति अभिमानी, जेहि अगभार मही अकुलानी। रूप कराल कालिका धारा, सेन सहित तुम तिहि संसारा। परिगार संतन पर जब जब, भई सहाय मातु तुम तब तब। जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे। अमरपुरी अरुबा सब लोका, तब महिमा सब रहे यशोका। ज्वाला में है ज्योति तुम्हारी, तुम्हें सदा पूजे नर नारी। प्रेम भक्ति से जो यश गावे, दुख दारिद्र निकट नहीं आवे। ध्यावे तुम्हें जो नर मन लाई, जन्म मरण ताको सुति जाई। जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे।
योगी सुर पुकारी, योग न हो बिन शक्ति तुम्हारी। शंकर आचारज तप कीन्हो, कामरु क्रोध जीति सब लीन्हो। निश दिन ध्यान धरो शंकर को, काहू काल नहीं सुमिरो तुमको। शक्ति रूप का मर्म न पायो, शक्ति गई तब मन पछतायो। जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे। शरणागत हुई कीर्ति बखानी, जय 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 जगदम्ब भवानी। भई प्रसन्न आजी जगदम्बा, दई शक्ति नहीं कील विलंबा। मोको मातु कष्ट अति घेरो, तुम बिन कौन हरे दुख मेरो। आशा तृष्णा निपत सतावे, रिपु मूरख मोहि दर पावे। जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे।
शत्रुनाशिकी जय महारानी, सुमरो इक्षित तुम ही भवानी। करो कृपा है मातु दयालु, रिद्धि सिद्धि दे करहु निहालु। जब लग जियो दया फल पायु, तुम्हारे यश में सदा सुनाऊं। दुर्गा चालीसा जो कोई गावे, सब सुख भोग परम बर पावे। देवी दास शरण निज जानी, करहु कृपा जगदम्ब भवानी। जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे। शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे, सर्वस्यार्थ रहे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे, ॐ नमश्चण्डिकाय नमः। बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। Beautiful Durga Chalisa. Chalisas are made up of 40 verses. 40 verses praising the divine. In one of the beautiful verses, Tum sansar shakti lay kina palan hetu anadhan dina. Tum sansar shakti lay kina. You are the provider of Shakti to the world. To the world, one force called Shakti, Durga, provides power not to Canada, not to United States, not to Guyana, Trinidad, or India alone, but the entire world. If you have ever gone to a place where that provides energy, in the form of electricity, you would see the setup very well guarded, huge, for electricity to properly be distributed, power to properly be distributed. The setup has to be so careful and very powerful, but yet it only supplies that power to a particular area, one small area, a city or a town. Imagine what it would take to power up the entire universe, this entire world that we live in. And it comes from one woman. Tum sansar shakti laiki. She gives something much more powerful than the power we experience today, electricity or so. And that is called Shakti. Shakti means the inner strength that no one can see in the form of muscles. I grew up in the villages, and where farming and the rice and so on was the main thing there. And you would have to see men and women, how hard they would work in the fields. And children as well on the weekends when they would go to help. Most of them have no big physical structure. Many places you go, you see people, women with small physical structure doing enormous tasks, hard labor. You wonder, where is this strength coming from, right? You see no physical, muscles being displayed. But you know what? They have something. They have an inner burn, an inner hunger to accomplish something. When we say hunger today, you and I are talking about food, right? No. Hunger is that Shakti that is burning, that inner desire, not a negative one, but a positive one that is burning, only to accomplish something good. When a mother and a father brings a new child into this world today, in most cases they have everything set up. And sometimes they have a name before the child is born. I'm not condemning any of that. I'm not speaking ill of any of that. I'm just saying how it is today. Everything is set up. A nursery is built, painted, colors are selected, toys are even bought in advance, clothes are bought in advance. Well, that's good preparation. There was a time when children would come into this world, and then we would have to, they'd have to make preparations. And it worked out pretty well, because they had a burning energy in them called Shakti. That no matter what comes in our way, a child comes in our way, a family comes in our, in front of us, we will be prepared for it. And so that is called Shakti. Ma Durga is the provider. She's a form of Shakti. When we do the Abhishekam of the Divine Mother at the temple, in the scriptures it tells us about Charanamrit. You know the difference between Panchamrit and Charanamrit? Let's talk about a physical thing for a sec. The physical Charanamrit or Panchamrit is when you mix 5 ingredients together. Milk, something sweet, sugar, honey, ghee, tulsi, and you either put honey and sugar as well. So it's 5 things put together to make Panchamrit. 5. Then, when it is used to bathe the god, you call it Charanamrit. Charan means that liquid has touched the feet of the god, whether Shivji or Durga or so. And then it comes back, you catch a little bit in a cup, and that is shared with everyone, becomes Charanamrit. Means it's the Amrit, it's a nectar that came from the feet of the Lord. It has touched the feet of God. There is an even advanced stage than that. There's an even advanced stage than that where at the temple you probably have seen when we bathe the goddess during Navratri. We bathe the goddess with different things. Usually you're supposed to do milk bath, haldi water bath, chandan water bath, then you do Ganga Jal bath. So you're worshiping the Divine Mother in 3 different aspects, right? But we don't do the haldi bath at the temple because the haldi leaves a stain on the murti. We do the chandan water, little chandan, and of course milk and water. And when the bathing ceremony occurs, everybody witnesses the bathing ceremony of the goddess. And then the final water that is offered to her, we catch it in a little kalash, preserve it nicely, and we share it around, and we sprinkle it on people. You're not drinking the Charnamrit, the water from the feet of the goddess there. You're drinking the water that touched every limb of hers, that came from her head, her shoulders, her strong arms, her thighs. When the water touches all the parts, Angas Parasham, you wash the hands and the feet and everything, it accumulates. You're drinking the Shakti, my friends. And that is why it is said that whoever comes in touch with the Divine Mother, whoever embraces her, whoever consumes her Charnamrit, they become one with her. And they become strong. That is why Mata Durga is called Shakti, the Shakti Devi, the mother who gives strength, inner strength, not this thing that we call the building of the muscles and all these. That's an external form of strength. You and I have seen strong, big people full of muscles and size. They will crumble when a single little problem will come in their life. They may know how to handle a physical or remove something physically from their path. But internally, emotionally, to handle things or to overcome certain aspects of life, they are not able to do it. And that's because there is the absence of Shakti in their life. That's why Tum sansar Shakti laikina palana hetu anadhana dina. What else does she do? Anadhana dina. An means like Annapurna, the mother of grains, and the dhan means wealth. She, as much as she provides this, security for us in the form of power, she also provides anadhan. There's an old movie called Roti Kapra Aur Makan. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, Roti Kapra Aur Makan. If you want to know anything about old Bollywood movies, I'm your guy. My mom, when I was little, we used to go see Double. I'm from Cotton Tree, so there's Atma Cinema there. And on Wednesdays, there used to be Double. You know what Double? Double Indian movie. So it would start like right after school. My mom would buy a ticket and leave it at the cake shop. I'll go pick it up. She'll be inside. I'll go in. Double Indian movie. So 6 hours you sit down. And she and I used to sit down and watch Double. So I know all the real old movies. There's a movie called Roti Kapra Aur Makan. What is Roti Kapra Aur Makan? Forget about the movie for now. But what is Roti Kapra Aur Makan? Roti, Food, kapra, clothing, makan, shelter. Food, clothing, and shelter. Mother Goddess is the provider of food, clothing, and shelter. In that movie, it was about a jail. You know, in jail, you get roti, kapra, makan. You get free food, free clothing, and free shelter, right? That was the movie. But the mother is Anadhanadina. She provides also the basics of life so that you can advance as well. And rice is such an important ingredient in our life. Now, rice, as I have always told you, in every grain of rice, Ma Lakshmi is present inside. And that is white rice. And that is why puja cannot be completed without white rice. I don't know if you've ever heard that. When they're doing puja, you must have white rice there, right? And the most auspicious way to have it is to color the white rice with haldi. Anyways, every grain of rice contained the presence of Mahalakshmi. That's why she's called Anna Lakshmi. Anna Lakshmi, right? So, and then she's called Dhana Lakshmi, where she provides wealth. Wealth in abundance, physical, material wealth, and of course the inner wealth. Often, my friends, we lose the focus of life, which is to always chase the things that we will leave here. There's nothing wrong with that. If anybody tell you it's wrong to get rich, tell them to give you all their wealth, right? If anybody tells you you're chasing wealth and all, tell them, let them give you all the wealth. Right? See what will happen. It is not wrong to have material things. It is not wrong to live comfortable. It is not wrong to drive a nice car. But if we do that and we forget about the purpose of it, the purpose of having a big, nice home or a comfortable car is for it to actually help you to elevate yourself every day spiritually. That's what it is. To help you. These are toys given to you for temporary happiness. Bhagavad Gita speaks about the three forms of happiness: sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. Tamasic happiness is which comes right away. It comes right away. But it goes back very quickly, right? Goes back very quickly. That's like Kangande in places when Kangande, the kids are laughing. Kangande back in the places. Anyway, I'm so blessed this evening that I have all three of them in the studio with Akash, because usually they're upstairs doing schoolwork, but Friday evening they're all here. You guys know what Kangande? Anyway, they're like, no, Kangande. So Kangande, you know Kangande, and everybody is just like in heaven and they're dancing, right? Yeah. That's, unfortunately, it's called tamasic happiness. It comes quickly and it lasts for a day. That day, everybody's happy. After that day, back to reality. You have to break down tent and you have to care about karahi and things like that, right? And then there's rajasic happiness, a mixture of both. And then there is sattvic happiness. Sattvic happiness is the hardest to get. It is the hardest to get, most difficult to attain. But when you attain it, it will stay with you forever. And sattvic happiness is found only in the path of God. People will spend an entire lifetime behind God, but they won't be happy. Others will be happy, but they wouldn't be happy because whatever reason, right? Sattvic happiness, when you find it, it lives with you forever. And it doesn't matter how little you have or how much you have, you will be happy. You will be happy. And so, my friends, Ma Lakshmi, Ma Jagadamba, Durga Devi, all of them, they provide something called dhan, which means wealth, the wealth of happiness. The wealth of material things where you enjoy whatever is being given to you, but supreme form of wealth, which is inner wealth. You know, if we wear a particular clothes to look astute or presentable to accommodate a certain society, but our manners are bad, then we're poor people. Yesham na vidya na tapo na dana. I think you know this by now. Na chapi shila na guno na dharma. Chanak Niti tells us who is a poor person. A poor person is who has everything physical, but who has bad manners, who have no respect, who have no dignity, who have no kindness, who have nothing good to say. Nothing good to say. They are classified. Na chapi shila na guno na dharma. When we have nothing good, no good qualities, we are really poor. We are very poor when we cannot think, speak, and do things that will make a positive impact in people's lives. Then we really are poor, my friends. So, make a choice. Mata Durga says, Palana hetu anadhanadina. Those who fall at her feet, those who fall at her feet, my friends, will always Palana hetu anadhanadina. She will always provide security for them, and she will always provide wealth for them. And that is the power of the divine goddess. That is the power of Ma Jagadamba. I'm so proud of those who have, displayed, regardless of their wealth, regardless of their accomplishments, they have displayed such respect for other people. Respect should not be given to people alone, my friends. That or those who do not have respect cannot give respect. You cannot give something you don't have, can you? You can never give something you don't have. You can't give someone respect if you don't have respect. You can never give someone comfort if you're not comfortable. You can never give someone words of peace if you're not peaceful. You can never be happiness to people if you're not happy. It all starts with you. To summarize it, you cannot give anything that you don't have. And that is why every day we aspire to be children of the divine and remain children of the goddess, so that at all times we can be rich in every aspect of life. This evening we're going to have two bhajans. Bhumika will sing first, and then Vrinda will sing afterwards. We have both of them with us here today. We want to welcome all of you to the program, and hope all of you are having a very blessed and a blissed out Friday evening of Satsangh. Stay safe, stay well, and listen to these beautiful two bhajans. Bhumika will sing first, and after that, Vrinda will follow.
Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma. Jagat Janani Jagadambike, He Ma, He Ma. Jagat Janani Jagadambike, He Ma, He Ma. Main aat pahar mahima gao, Tere sumiran se sukh pao. He param sukhdai paradayani, He Ma, He Ma. Jagat Janani Jagadambike, He Ma, He Ma. Tu divya jyot, tu sukh tarat, tu bhakt janon ki utarak. Bhav sagar mein sab ke tarak, tu swayam shakti shakti dharak. Main dev sirin tujhko dhyau, हे परम सुखदाई परदायिनी हे माँ जगत जननी जगदम्बिके हे माँ तू भव प्रीता नंदमयी तू रन चंदी तू काल जय हर युग में तेरे रूप करे हर पूजा में तू लागे नहीं मन अपना तुझ तक लेना तेरे सुमिरन से सुख पाओ हे परम सुखदाई परदायिनी हे माँ जगत जननी जगदम्बिके हे माँ तू शिवदूती तू माहम्बरा दुर्जन पे तेरा मांग चला सज्जन का तूने किया धरा हर पल तेरा आशीष भला तुझ में रम कर मैं तर जाओ तेरे सुमिरन से सुख पाओ हे परम सुखदाई परदायिनी हे माँ जगत जननी जगदम्बिके हे माँ जगत जननी जगदम्बिके हे माँ मैं आत पहर महिमा गाऊं तेरे सुमिरन से सुख पाऊं हे परम सुखदाई परदायिनी हे माँ जगत जननी जगदम्बिके हे माँ जय जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय जय माँ 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 जय माँ
Jagat Janani Jagadambike Jai Ma, Mother of the Universe, victory to you. Today we're celebrating a birthday in our program, and so many birthdays are happening around the world, but some people take the opportunity to come out and wish your family and friends well. So we'd like to say happy 30th birthday to Lakshmi from your husband Michael, from your mom Carmen, your brother Devanand, sisters Lisa and Shelley, mother-in-law Barbara, your father-in-law Rohan, and sister-in-law Alyssa. May Bhagwati Ma Durga continue to shower her blessings on you. Happy birthday to you, and this bhajan that Vrinda will sing, dedicated to you on your birthday.
जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी, अम्बे भवानी जगदम्बे भवानी, अम्बे भवानी जगदम्बे भवानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी। अष्टभुजा कर दे विराजे, अष्टभुजा कर दे विराजे, अष्टभुजा कर दे विराजे, अष्टभुजा कर दे विराजे, सिंह सवारी सखन वरदानी, सिंह सवारी सखन वरदानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी। ब्रह्मा शिव हरि अर्चन कीन्हो, ब्रह्मा शिव अर्चन कीन्हो, ब्रह्मा शिव हरि अर्चन कीन्हो, ब्रह्मा शिव हरि अर्चन कीन्हो, दर्द ध्यान सुर नर मुनि ज्ञानी, दर्द ध्यान सुर नर मुनि ज्ञानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी, अम्बे भवानी जगदम्बे भवानी, अम्बे भवानी जगदम्बे भवानी, जय अम्बे। आदिशक्ति पर ब्रह्म स्वरूपम, आदिशक्ति पर ब्रह्म स्वरूपम, आदिशक्ति पर ब्रह्म स्वरूपम, आदिशक्ति पर ब्रह्म स्वरूपम, भव विनाश करनी महारानी, भव विनाश करनी महारानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी, अम्बे भवानी जगदम्बे भवानी, अम्बे भवानी जगदम्बे भवानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी, जय अम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी।
बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। By the way, this evening we're casting simultaneously on bhaktitv.com. This is a 24-hour program for Hindus on bhaktitv.com. A friend from Trinidad is actually sharing. So all the viewers from Bhakti TV, namaskar, Jai Sitaram to all of you, and thank you for joining us. Our Friday evening program is usually a little about an hour or so, because every evening we do, every Friday, our puja to Ma Durga is done at the temple, but because of the closure, Panditji is there and he performs the arti and pujas and so on. I want to share with you a little story. Yesterday, on Thursday evenings, I have chanting with two groups. From 7 to 8, I do chanting on Zoom with the children, lovely children, right across Canada, US, Guyana. And then from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., I chant with grown-ups, adults. It's pretty much open for everyone. And very soon, by the way, I'll be starting a chant for teens. As long as you're 13 to 19, that's for you. That's coming up soon. And I was telling them a little story. We were talking about, we were teaching them mantras and Navgraha mantras, for example. So I was telling them a little story, because the world as it is operates in a certain way. The sun doesn't choose to shine on you any different than it would on another person. right? When it rains, rain doesn't choose, if you're standing there with somebody else, it doesn't choose to wet you and leave the other person dry. But our response to everything in this world is what matters. Our response to how the world throws things at us, it really matters. I was telling this story, I would like to tell it to you because I think it's very simple and it has a lot of meaning. One day, the rain was falling, and as the rain was falling, when it finished falling, there are potholes on the road. If you grew up, even in North America, in the corners, water would assemble there. So one boy, a little boy, was going to school. He was walking to school, this back in the home. And a man was walking as well to go to work. And a car drove by, and the car splashed the water. The water hit the man, his clothes, and he was soaked. And he started to throw a tantrum. Wow, I can't go to work. Look at what you did. And, I'm going to miss a day's work. And he was so angry that he had to go home back now and change, and then he's going to miss like half day's work. And he was so angry. The same situation occurred to the little boy. His clothes was wet, but he was going to school. And he started to celebrate. He started to celebrate. Oh, wow, my clothes are so wet. I can't go to school. I will miss a day at school now. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? He says. I'm going to go home. And he starts to celebrate. The same water came and splashed the man, and he was angry, and it splashed the boy, and he is celebrating. You see? In life, these things are going to happen equally to us. The sun will come and hit you and the other person, and both of you will react differently. One will have sunburn, but the other, if they put on something, they will not have sunburn. The reason I'm telling you this story, which I shared with some very beautiful people and loving people that I chant with every Thursday, is that our response to life will of course drive our success and our failure. Our response to life will drive our level of happiness and our level of sorrows. Choose always. When something happens to you, my friends, when something goes wrong with you, something happens with you, be it a trouble, a problem, a disaster, whatever it is, understand that how you react to it is going to let you come out of it in a certain way. My friends, there is only one way to come out of it. You can either drown in the ocean of sorrow or you can swim out of it. Choose wisely. When it rains, use an umbrella. If it is cold, put a blanket on or wear a jacket. But do not complain about what surrounds you and like that is the problem. No. Always have a positive approach in life. And then what happens, my friends? That approach will influence others. You are an influencer, which means that someone is looking up to you. Someone is looking up to you the way you handle yourself. You may not know it. They may not tell you right up front that, I'm looking up to you. No. They may not tell you that. But silently, they watch the way you respond. They watch the way you eat. They watch the way you dress, the way you walk. You are an influencer in some way. To all our young people out there, I want to let you know that youth does not last forever. Youth will go away. Spend your youth as though you're influencing younger ones, in front of you to live a decent, a good, and a productive life. And to those who have grown, of course, take the example. Take the opportunity, rather, to set example for those who are behind you as well, to let them know that life is about embracing only what is good. This evening, we like to dedicate the song, Ambe Ambe Tuto Sare Jag Ki Herani. And this one here goes out to the Ragwin family. This bhajan is dedicated to Anil and Sharmala Purnima Raghavan. And may Hanumanji Bhagwan shower them with blessings and guidance for good health, happiness, and well-being in their lives from their parents, Hemwati, Auntie Sheila, and Uncle Michael. God bless all of you. And it is so nice when we do this together. We pray together, we sing together, and we celebrate together virtually for well-being and for happiness, for healing and for growth. Hope all of you are well, and hope, of course, you clap your hands and you pray and you enjoy. Ambe ambe tu to sari jag ki hai rani. Now all of you gotta promise me to clap your hands. Like this, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ambe ambe tu to sari jag ki hai rani. Ambe ambe tu to sari jag ki hai rani. अम्बे अम्बे तू तो सारी जग की है रानी. अम्बे अम्बे तू तो सारी जग की है रानी. जग की है रानी मैया जग की है रानी.
जग की है रानी मैया जग की है रानी.
जग की है रानी मैया आदि भवानी.
जग की है रानी मैया आदि भवानी.
हे अम्बे 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 तू तो सारी जग की है रानी.
अम्बे अम्बे तू तो सारी जग की है रानी.
जय अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे
हे
अम्बे
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 अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
जय अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे.
अम्बे अम्बे.
Clap your hands, everyone. Come on. आगे लेके लंगू चले ध्वजा लहरानी. आगे लेके लंग चले ध्वजा लहरानी. बच्चे तेरे भैरो चले छवर दुलानी. बच्चे तेरे भैरो चले छवर दुलानी. अम्बे 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 तू तो सारी जग की है रानी. अम्बे अम्बे तू तो सारी जग की है रानी. जग की है रानी मैया जग की है रानी.
जग की है रानी मैया जग की है रानी.
अम्बे अम्बे माँ अम्बे अम्बे तू तो सारी जग की है रानी.
अम्बे अम्बे तू तो सारी जग की है रानी.
गाये तीन देवा जपे तीनों महारानी. गाये तीन देवा जपे तीनों महारानी. ऋषि मुनि पूजे तुझे पूजे सारी ज्ञानी. ऋषि मुनि पूजे तुझे पूजे सारी ज्ञानी. अम्बे 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 तू तो सारी जग की है रानी.
अम्बे अम्बे तू तो सारी जग की है रानी.
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
जय अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
हे अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
जय अम्बे अम्बे.
अम्बे अम्बे.
इन दुखियों के तू है लाज बचानी. यो है तू है लाज बच. ओ तीनों दुखियों है तू है लाज बचानी. तीन दुखियों की तू है लाज बचानी. रवि शशि दोनों तेरी ज्योति है नूरानी. रवि शशि दोनों तेरी ज्योति है नूरानी. अम्बे 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 तू तो सारी जग की है रानी.
अम्बे अम्बे तू तो सारी जग की है रानी.
ओ जग की है रानी मैया जग की है रानी.
जग की है रानी मैया जग की है रानी.
जग की है रानी मैया आदि भवानी.
जग की है रानी मैया आदि भवानी.
ओ अम्बे अम्बे हे अम्बे अम्बे तू तो सारी जग की
सारी जग की है रानी
जय अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
हे अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे
हे
अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
जय अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे
हे
अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
जय अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
जय अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे
जय
अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे
जय
अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे
हे
अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
अम्बे अम्बे
जय 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 अम्बे अम्बे जय अम्बे अम्बे जय अम्बे बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय. Is one line of the bhajan says, Ravi Shashi dono teri jyoti hai nurani. Ravi Shashi dono. Ravi is the sun, Shashi is the moon. Teri jyoti hai nurani. They are your light, like your eyes, right? There's a beautiful story which I'll end with tonight in the Devi Bhagavatam, which talks about Chandamund. There were two demons by the name of Chandamund. They represent the evil eyes. One was Chanda, one was Munda. Anything they set their eyes on, they wanted it. And that's not a good thing in life. When that happens, then, there's a lot of purification that's required. When in the Hindu philosophy, in the Hindu culture rather, we have a certain unique ways in which we do things. When a puja is finished, for example, they will share something called arti. They'll pass a thali around. You place a little dakshina inside and you take arti. You take your both hands like this. And I don't know how you do it, but the right way to do it is to place your hands over like this and pass it on your face like this. There's a lot of meaning behind that. It's if I look to talk about doing this thing alone, put on your face, it'll take me a couple of hours. But I'll give you the summary of it. The first thing you do is, this is Lakshmi. Whenever there is a light, that is Lakshmi. And when the Panditji or the Pujari and so finish the puja, they have chanted mantras and so on. They share the energy of Ma Lakshmi. You take the Lakshmi literally and you ask that may you inhale it, may you resemble Lakshmi. You're taking the face of the goddess and you're placing it on yours. May you be as beautiful as Lakshmi. May you be as happy as she is. May your aura reflect Lakshmi. That's one reason why you do this, right? You take the goddess face, or the happiness, the brightness, the energy of the light, and you place it over yours. The second reason you do that is you're taking a bath. In our culture, and that's why I say this will take hours to explain, we do many kind of bath. We do pancha bhut aradhana in certain Shivji puja, like on Shivratri. We bathe Lord Shiva with the 5 elements, wind, air, exactly. So the West called mud bath, where you go in a thing and you do mud bath. That come from our culture, people. When we used to go to the river, they used to take the salt, mud, remember, and rub it on your wounds or whatever you have on your skin. And it will purify you. Yes, Hinduism has introduced all these things. When we go to Ganga Maya or the river, wherever you're from, Guyana, Trinidad, you take the earth and you rub it on your skin, the mud, and you rub it in your skin. That's called a mud bath. It extracts all the impurities from your skin, outer skin, right? Then we have the heat bath as well. When you take the fire, the light like this, and you put it over, you're taking a bath. Your aura changes. You find people who spend a lot of time in pujas. You find a lot of people who spend a lot of time in Havan and in temples and things. You see a different aura in them. That is because they're exposed to it. Then the third reason why you do this, the third reason why you take your hands like this and pass it over the fire or the arti, is you're telling the goddess that, Ma, constantly my eyes have been like fire. I don't know where you grew up, but where I grew up, the people used to tell you when you see things, everything you want, they say, as soon as you see something, your eye catch fire. Yeah? Your eye catch fire. It means, what it means? It means that your eye, you see, you guys know about this stuff. You guys know about this. Your eye catch fire. It means anything you see, you want. If you see one little boy see another little boy on a little truck. He throwing tantrum. He throwing tantrum. He want that too. Girls see another little girl have a little doll or something. They want that too. I catch fire, right? So that's what it means. I catch fire. See, you guys know about this stuff. So when you do that, your eyes catch fire means your eyes, and it happens with people as well. We have a lustful look on people. We have a hateful look when we look at people. You take your hands like this, and you place it over the deer, and you place it on your eyes like this. You place it on your eyes like this. And what you do, you're asking Divine Mother, Ma, maybe I have been like Chandan Mun, not so bad. Maybe I've seen things and I've lusted over it, or I've desired it through my eyes. I ask you to purify my sight, so that I never may use these eyes to look at anyone with hate or to desire something unnecessarily. May I take these eyes, and may I only admire the beauty which is in you. May I admire the beauty of your creation, landscapes, the mountains. May I admire that kind of beauty. May I admire the inner beauty of people. May I admire their kindness and their compassion. But do not ever allow me, Oma, to use these eyes to. Do not ever allow me to use these eyes to unnecessarily cause harm. We cause harm in so many ways. You all know something called bad eye? Everybody know bad eye? Bad eye, yes. I get it all the time. I come home and so my head is hurting, and I'm just kidding. Bad eye is when it's called najar. Najar means you look at somebody and maybe they look so pretty, or a baby. Babies used to get bad eye a lot, and that's why they put the black tikka on here or behind the ears. There are reasons why you put it behind the ears here, earlobes behind there. Because, when somebody sees a nice newborn, a pretty baby, they're so innocent, they're full of beautiful aura. They're just kicking and just enjoying life and smiling, and there's no teeth in them. Guess what happens? The evil eyes, unintentionally, you look at the child, unintentionally, and you harm the child. You harm the child unintentionally because you let the najar, the negative omens of the eyes, fall on the child. Yep. You let the negative omens and unnecessarily. And that is why when we pray to Shivji, we say, Vihitam ya avitam va sarvame takshamasva jai jai karunabdhe Shri Mahadeva Shambhu. Prabhu, if we've done anything wrong in life, knowingly or unknowingly, please, I forgive you. Right? So these eyes, Chandamunda, with the Devi, he destroys the evil of the eyes. And allow your eyes to do the things they are made to do, which is to admire the beauty of her creation, the inner beauty that resides in people. Some of the simple things that we have, we do every day, but we don't know. We do every day, but we don't know. My friends, I hope all of you will use your hands to help. I hope you will use your eyes to admire the positive things of life and the inner beauty of people. I hope you will use these ears, as Valmiki ji tells Ramji Bhagwan. Let you live in the hearts of those whose ears yearn and whose ears are like the ocean, big as the ocean, not physically, but big as the ocean. Always yearning to hear about you, live in the hearts of those. I hope you will use this speech. You will use this speech to praise Bhagwan, to do some chanting, to do some speaking of good things, and use the mind appropriately. Use the feet to walk the path of God, and others will walk in your footsteps, my friends. As we now bring this beautiful Friday evening to a closure, I'd want to thank all of you for joining us and remind you that there are so many beautiful things, in life apart from COVID. COVID has not gone anywhere as yet. Please wear your mask. Please stay safe. Do not go out unless you don't have to. I'm seeing a lot of pictures and videos online where people are not wearing masks. In satsang and pujas and things like that, you have to wear your masks and keep social distancing. And together we will fight this, this pandemic. May Bhagavati Mata bless all of you. Please visit our Facebook page, Bhavani Shankar Mandir Facebook page. You can see all our videos there. Visit our YouTube page as well, Bhavani Shankar Mandir YouTube. Subscribe to the Bhavani Shankar Mandir YouTube page, and you can have all the videos free of cost, nothing. You can view them whenever you want to, a YouTube channel. You can visit my YouTube channel as well, Hardat Ashwar. Just type it on YouTube, and you'll see my videos, some educational videos, some simple talks I've done. Subscribe as well. Just click the subscribe button. There's no subscription fee for those of you who are new to YouTube. And also, you can visit our Mandir's our website, where you can book your satsangs. There's only one way to book an evening satsang. That is through the website at the front page. We're streamlining everything, my friends, for you. Tomorrow morning, I'll be doing Shiva Sahasranam at the temple early, about 7 o'clock or so. If you're up and you want to log in only through Facebook, you can join. And that goes on until Mahashivratri, March 11th. And the Sunday morning service we have, and please join us as well. Bhagavati Mata's blessings with all of you. Stay happy, stay blessed, stay safe, stay healthy. Om Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvata Sadhike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namostute Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhave Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Bole Jagadambika Mata Ki Jai. Jai Sitaram to all of you. Jai Ma. Om Namah Shivaya. Have a blessed evening. Spend it in peace and silence. And see you all again tomorrow. Shubhratri. Good night.